All right, everybody, it is time for my project. This is going to be my update for what's on deck. But before I get started, I'm going to ask you to please do all of the things, and you know what they are. Okay, so this is a project that I started basically as a catch-all. I wanted it to just be somewhere to put some things that I needed to try out, work on, go through, test, whatever. And there are no rules, just so you know. Anybody who wants to do this can certainly do this. The hashtag for this on social media is hashtag what's on deck. And so far, my friend Amy has joined me. So I'm going to have Amy Melissa linked in my description box. I know that this is just kind of a weird one. So it literally is, if you need a place where you want to just try something once or twice, this is the way to do it. Amy is using it as a vehicle for her cream products. I personally use it for whatever strikes my fancy on any given month. There is not a set update date because I shuffle this around since it's my own, depending on what other projects I have and what days they fall in the month, things like that, because, if it's the 4th of every month, sometimes that ends up being a Sunday, so I have to shuffle things. You know how it goes. Anyway, what I had done, I haven't updated this in a while. So what I had done is I had brought in, woo, 3 of the J-Cat eyeliners, and I wanted to use these while I was traveling. So this was actually from April. I didn't do a May update, so I have not let you guys know what I think of these. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we got 2 out of 3 hits. I'm pretty happy. I don't have tons of trouble with eyeliners. Some of the really super creamy gel ones I'll have a little bit of trouble with. When you get down here, you get some lines in there and some crinkles when you age. You know how it goes. But let me put on glasses because, quite frankly, I don't know what I'm doing. So, the first one I have got here for you is, these are the J-Cat Roll It Up Auto Eyeliners. This one is in Hunter Green. Now, this one is actually really pretty. I'm going to probably have to pop up a picture at some point of these shades for you, just so that you can actually see them. The next one is just lavender. And this is the one that I didn't love simply because it's too light. This would probably be a really good waterline, but I don't do that. I do them underneath the lash line, so they're not great. And then I've got Dodger Blue. Which is a really pretty light blue. And it does work both ways. The eyeliners are good, and the price point is insanely good. The problem for me is the way that I wear them and use them. The green is somewhat deep enough where I can get that on the upper lash line and have it show up. Now, this Dodger Blue, with that, if I were doing more of a lighter pink look or a real pale lavender look, that will work. If I go with deeper colors, I kind of lose that blue a little bit. And this lavender, while it's gorgeous, can only be under the lower lash line, and it would be good even over another color or as a base for an eyeshadow because it doesn't give me a lot of pop and punch. So not disappointed at all because I think I only paid a couple bucks a piece for them. I mean, I know they were less than 3 because I got them on sale. So that is my verdict on those. I really did enjoy the blue and the green while traveling. It was really nice because I wasn't doing a lot of makeup. I would do just a real pale something, little nothing, and then you'll see it, or you've already seen it, whatever, in my eyes project. And that would just give me a little bit of something to define the eyes. I wasn't going for this kind of bold, dramatic look, which you're getting today. So with something like this, I would lose that blue completely. The lavender would never show. You get the idea. All right. So let's talk about what I'm going to be bringing in. I've been slacking on the nail polish. I got to remember to put my ring back on. I did my toes with one color, but because I am still accumulating things and I'm buying polishes and I love polishes, I thought, you know what? I'm starting to amass a Cleona collection and it's time to maybe get some of these somewhere in a project on my nails because I haven't had a chance to test everything out. So I grabbed just a few. This one is kind of a pinky gold flip. Let's see if I can tell you what the name is. Okay, this one is Monarch, and You guys love when I do these things live, don't you? I don't know if this is more of a topper or if this is going to have, oh no, this has got a base. Okay, so it is a lot more peachy than I thought it was going to be. Digging that. That works. Not bad. Then I'm going to bring in cobblestone. This one is kind of a more brownish gold with some pink reflect in it. We'll see how these go. And like I said, I know you guys think I'm nuts when I do these things where I do them live on screen just to get a coat on to kind of see. But it also gives me an idea of what's more of a topper coat and which is more of, has a good base and has the full polish. Now this one is rainbows. So I think rainbows was a polished pickup one. In fact, I'm sure it was because I remember getting all of the rain polishes. Ooh, okay, now this has a really nice base. This is a blue color with a lot of sparkle and glitter, and it's got a base, as you can see. And then the next one we're going to do is Lineage. This one doesn't have, helps if I have it in the range of the camera, doesn't seem to have as much of a sparkle, but it's got a really pretty base. Okay. A couple coats and that's going to be pretty good. So here's what we got. And hopefully I'm popping a picture in for you so that you can see them. And that is going to be what I am doing for What's on Deck. I'm hoping that I can get my nails done once a week and remember to do these. I don't know if I'm going to need a topper or use any of these as a topper. I might just try and do my nails with just these and do a couple coats and see if I get enough out of it to be able to do that. All right, so now it's time for the music moment. And let's talk about the band, the Outfield. This is a band that was active, mostly 1984 to 2014. They're an English-based band, and the fun fact about these guys is that they actually had more popularity here in the U.S. than they did in their home country. I'm going to be honest with you, I actually loved the band back in the day. I am a fan and had their two first records, and I had them on vinyl, you guys, and I used to play them on my stereo. We're talking way back in the day. I remember graduating from high school, and I actually had lived in Winona for a little while, and I remember playing one of the albums on my stereo when I was living in Winona. So they are an old favorite. I didn't keep following them, and I don't know why. I don't know if they weren't getting radio play, if my music taste changed. I'm not entirely certain. But this originally started as a three-piece band. So you've got Tony Lewis on vocals and bass guitar, and then you've got John Spinks on guitar, keyboards, and vocals, and then Alan Jackman was the original drummer. He left for a little while, but then did come back. Now, they did take a bit of a break in the 90s because they were not receiving radio play. Their albums were not as popular. So they reformed to start touring again in 1998. They did their final album in, I want to say 2011. Yeah, Replay was released in 2011. The reason I picked the Outfield is because I'm going with that whole baseball theme. And a lot of their album titles actually kind of fall in line with that, truthfully. But they have got, for studio albums, their first album was Play Deep, and that was released in 1985. Bangin' is 1987, and those are the two that I had. Then we've got a few more. It looks like, oh, well, no, they were releasing all the way through, it looks like. Diamond Days in 90, Rock Eye in 92, It Ain't Over in 98, 1999 was Extra Innings, 2004 was Anytime Now, 2006 was another version of Anytime Now, and I'm not sure why. I'm not positive. But then their final album was Replay, which was 2011. So what happened was a couple of the guys have since passed. And like I said, they had a different drummer for a while. But John Spinks, who did a lot of their writing and a lot of their lead vocals, actually had passed away in 2014. So the 2011 album was their last one. After that, Tony Lewis, who also did vocals and did the bass guitar, I think did a solo album in about 2018, something like that. And Lewis just passed away in 2022. 2020. So not too long ago, but that is definitely when John died, they kind of decided that was going to be it. So what I am going to bring you for today, I'm not going to go into tons of stuff about the band. I think I've kind of given you the idea. You know that songs that I'm bringing you, you've heard on the radio, may have charted. I did not pick obscure ones this time. I'm giving you three. I don't know why, just because I wanted to. So I am going to link videos down below along with Amy's channel, my hashtag, all of that good stuff. I'm going to give you Your Love, which is the song that they actually kind of became known for. It was kind of like their signature song. Say It Isn't So, and both of those are off of the Play Deep album. And then I'm also going to throw in Since You've Been Gone, which was another hit for them, and that one is off of the Bangin' album. So I decided to just pick three of their biggest hits that were three of my favorite songs, because I did like the ones that got radio play. That's kind of how I got turned on to them back in the day. And I decided to just pick songs that were off of the albums that I knew and loved. That is what you're getting today from me for your music moment. Thank you for indulging me, as always, with not only the weird projects that I come up with, and by the way, this has no end date. If you want to jump in, jump in. And my odd music trivia stuff, and being able to link videos and talk about all the stuff that I love. So I just wanted you guys to know that I appreciate all of you out there for subscribing, for viewing, for all of the things that I ask you to always do. All right, that's it for me this time. Until next time, everybody. See ya. Bye.